Transform your space. Discover how to turn old wood into stunning wall art. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into an exciting project that's both creative and sustainable. If you've ever wondered how to breathe new life into old wood, you're in the right place. In this video titled Transform Your Space, discover how to turn old wood into stunning wall art. We'll guide you through the process of crafting beautiful, one-of-a-kind wall art using reclaimed materials. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned crafter, we'll share tips, techniques, and inspiration to help you create stunning pieces that reflect your personal style. So grab your tools and let's get started on turning those forgotten wood scraps into masterpieces that will elevate your home decor. Here are some inspiring ideas for creating woodcraft wall art. 1. Geometric wood panels. Cut various shapes from reclaimed wood and arrange them into a geometric pattern. Paint some pieces for a pop of color and create a stunning focal point. 2. Wooden silhouettes. Create silhouettes of animals, trees, or abstract shapes. Use a jigsaw to cut out the shapes and mount them on a contrasting background. 3. Rustic signage. Use reclaimed wood to make decorative signs with inspirational quotes or personalized messages. Hand paint or use stencils for a polished look. 4. Mixed media art. Combine wood with other materials like metal, fabric, or glass. Create a layered effect by attaching different elements to a wooden base. 5. Photo frames. Make unique photo frames from old wood. You can create a collage of frames in various sizes and finishes for an eclectic display. 6. Wall-mounted shelves. Design artistic wall shelves using wood planks. Shape them into interesting forms and use them to display plants or decorative items. 7. Wood mosaic. Gather small wood scraps and create a mosaic design. Arrange the pieces in a pattern or image, then frame it for a polished finish. 8. Nature-inspired art. Use slices of tree trunks or branches to create nature-themed wall art. You can leave them natural or paint them for added flair. 9. Shadow boxes. Create shadow boxes with layers of wood and other materials, showcasing different themes like travel, nature, or family memories. 10. 3D wall art. Use layered wood pieces to create a 3D effect. This could be abstract forms or representational art that stands out from the wall. Tips for success. Select quality wood. Choose wood that has interesting textures and colors. Plan your design. Sketch your ideas beforehand to visualize the final piece. Use proper tools. Ensure you have the right tools for cutting and assembling your artwork. Finish with care. Sand edges and apply a finish, paint, stain, or sealant to enhance durability and appearance. These ideas can help you create stunning wall art that reflects your style and creativity. Here are some essential techniques for beginners to learn in woodworking and woodcrafting. 1. Measuring and marking. Technique: use a tape measure, square, and marking gauge to ensure accurate measurements. Always double-check before cutting. Tip: mark your lines clearly with a pencil for visibility. 2. Cutting. Technique: learn to use hand saws and power saws, like circular saws and jigsaws, safely and effectively. Tip: practice straight cuts and curves on scrap wood before starting on your final piece. 3. Sanding. Technique: familiarize yourself with different grits of sandpaper and how to use sanding blocks or power sanders. Tip: always sand with the grain of the wood to avoid scratches. 4. Joining. Technique: start with basic joints like butt joints and miter joints, then progress to more advanced joints like dovetails and mortise and tenon. Tip: use wood glue and clamps for strong, secure joints. 5. Finishing. Technique: learn about different finishes, stains, paints, and sealants, and how to apply them for a polished look. Tip: test finishes on scrap wood to see how they affect the color and texture. 6. Drilling. Technique, understand how to use a hand drill and drill bits for creating holes in wood for screws and dowels. Tip, use a drill press if available for more precise holes. 7. Routing. Technique, learn to use a router to create decorative edges and grooves in wood. Tip, start with simple edge profiles before tackling more complex designs. 8. Wood selection. Technique, familiarize yourself with different types of wood and their properties, hardwood versus softwood, grain patterns, etc. Tip, choose the right wood for your project based on durability and aesthetics. 9. Safety practices. Technique, always wear safety gear, goggles, masks, etc., and understand how to use tools safely. Tip, keep your workspace organized and free of clutter to prevent accidents. 10. Finishing techniques. Technique, experiment with techniques like staining, painting, or applying varnish to enhance the beauty of your projects. Tip, practice applying finishes on scrap pieces to get a feel for the application process. By mastering these foundational techniques, beginners can build confidence and improve their skills in woodworking. Practicing cutting is essential for developing precision and confidence in woodworking. Here's a breakdown of the best ways to practice cutting. 1. Choose the right tools. Hand saws. Start with a simple handsaw or a coping saw for practicing straight and curved cuts. Power saws. Once comfortable, progress to power saws like circular saws and jigsaws for more complex cuts. 2. Start with scrap wood. Use scrap wood to practice cuts. This allows you to make mistakes without wasting material. Experiment with different types of wood, softwood versus hardwood, to understand how they cut. 3. Set up a safe workspace. Ensure your workspace is clean, well lit, and free of distractions. Use clamps to secure your workpiece, preventing movement while cutting. 4. Practice straight cuts. Technique, mark a straight line with a pencil and use a square to ensure accuracy. Method, align the saw blade with the line and use steady, even pressure. Tip, start the cut slowly to establish a groove, then increase speed. 5. Practice curved cuts. Technique, draw your desired curve on the wood. Method, use a coping saw or jigsaw for smooth curves. Tip, cut slightly outside the line, then sand down to the desired shape for a cleaner finish. 6. Learn to use a miter saw. If you have access to a miter saw, practice making angled cuts. Technique, set the angle on the saw, secure your wood, and make the cut. Tip, measure and mark carefully for accuracy. 7. Experiment with different cuts. Cross cuts, cut across the grain of the wood. Rip cuts, cut along the grain. This is more challenging and typically requires a table saw. Compound cuts, combine both angles and curves, which is more advanced. 8. Focus on technique. Maintain a steady hand and use smooth, controlled movements. Keep your eyes on the cut line, not the blade, to ensure accuracy. 9. Review and adjust. After each cut, assess the accuracy and quality. Make adjustments to your technique as needed, and keep practicing until you feel confident. 10. Progress to projects. Once comfortable, incorporate cutting into small projects, like making simple boxes or frames. This will help you apply your cutting skills in a practical context. By following these steps, you can effectively practice cutting and improve your woodworking skills over time. What are some common mistakes to avoid when making straight cuts? When making straight cuts in woodworking, beginners can often encounter pitfalls. Here are some common mistakes to avoid. 1. Inaccurate measurements. Mistake, failing to measure twice or not using a reliable measuring tool. Solution. Always double-check measurements and use a square or straight edge to ensure accuracy. 2. Poor marking. Mistake, using faint or unclear lines to mark cuts. Solution. Use a sharp pencil and a straight edge to make clear, visible cut lines. Consider using a marking gauge for precision. 3. Not securing the workpiece. Mistake, cutting a piece that isn't securely clamped, leading to movement during the cut. Solution: always use clamps to secure your wood to the workbench or cutting surface to prevent shifting. 4. Incorrect cutting technique. Mistake, applying too much pressure or cutting too quickly, which can lead to uneven cuts. Solution: use steady, controlled movements and let the tool do the work. Start slowly to establish a groove. 5. Improper tool usage. Mistake, using the wrong tool for the cut, e.g., a jigsaw for a long straight cut instead of a circular saw. Solution: choose the appropriate tool for the type of cut you're making. Familiarize yourself with each tool's capabilities. 6. Neglecting safety measures. Mistake, forgetting to wear safety gear or not following safety protocols. Solution: always wear safety goggles and hearing protection. Follow the manufacturer's safety guidelines for each tool. 7. Forgetting to account for kerf. Mistake, not considering the width of the saw blade kerf when measuring. Solution: subtract the kerf from your measurements to ensure your cut piece will be the correct size. 8. Cutting freehand. Mistake, attempting to cut straight lines without guiding the saw. Solution: use a straight edge, guide rail, or a fence to help keep your cuts straight and true. 9. Inadequate blade maintenance. Mistake, using a dull or damaged blade, which can lead to jagged cuts. Solution: regularly check and replace blades as needed, ensuring they are sharp and appropriate for the material. 10. Ignoring grain direction. Mistake, cutting against the wood grain, which can cause tear out and rough edges. Solution: always cut with the grain whenever possible for cleaner results. By being aware of these common mistakes and taking steps to avoid them, you can improve the quality and accuracy of your straight cuts in woodworking.